Halo Infinite's training mode was definitely my favourite addition in the new flight, and in today's video we're going to be discussing why. So how's it going, Magpies? I'm Magpie Leon, and in today's video we'll be talking about Halo Infinite's training mode. So for those of you that aren't aware, I'll give a quick rundown on what the training mode sort of is. It's sort of an experience for you to practice. Maybe if you're new to the game, it's a way to get comfortable with the controls. It's a way to experiment with different weapons and different equipment. It's a way to try out new weapons. And you can customize the settings as you're playing the match. So you can change bot level difficulty, you can change what weapons you're currently holding, you can enable infinite ammo, you can enable deathless mode, you can change your equipment. And it's very customizable and very enjoyable. The reason I enjoyed this so much is it allowed me to sort of just casually play Infinite. It allowed me to sort of get a more casual experience on its multiplayer. I could change the bot difficulty if I wasn't particularly in the best mood. Maybe I'd just come off playing some PvP and got absolutely battered. I can hop in training mode, lower the difficulty of the bots a little bit, give myself infinite ammo with a grappling who can just swing around, and it's fun. It's very relaxing. It's a nice way to experience Infinite's gameplay without needing to stress myself out, and it was a good way to test a load of the new features and get myself comfortable with the game's controls. It also allows me to experiment with different control layouts and different settings. It allowed me to get better with the button combos, and overall it's actually helped me become just a little bit better at Infinite. Now of course the game isn't out yet, and I imagine the training mode will definitely undergo some changes when the game does fully release. But for now, I definitely think it's a really solid feature and definitely something for veteran and new players. I've been playing Halo for years and I really enjoy this addition. Again, it allows me to sort of practice to get better. I'm not exactly amazing with a sniper, but thanks to training mode I've been able to practice using the sniper in a bit more of a relaxed setting. And I know I can do that on weapon drills too, but it's a bit different when it feels like you're playing against actual people because the bots are quite advanced. And it was also a good way for me to be able to test out vehicles and just test out like with the new weapons and new equipment, what works well with each other. I was able to get some cool clips of the repulsor and able to just swing around the map like Spider-Man, something that if I was in a normal match with only the 3 grapples I wouldn't be able to do, and I'd be getting shot at all the time while doing it. But then if I wanted a bit more of a challenge, I could easily enable ODST or Spartan bots, which definitely feel a lot more challenging this time around. Maybe just because I was on my own with bot teammates, which aren't very useful, but the bots did feel a bit more challenging, which is something I do like. I think the training mode is definitely something that a lot of players will come to appreciate. I was actually expecting it to just be some sort of generic tutorial type thing, and I was pleasantly surprised at this sort of customization that you've got for it and what the training mode actually is and what it allows you to do. Now, it isn't perfect by any means. I did encounter some issues, so like the first couple of days I'd actually respawn with all the stuff that I'd set if I wanted to give myself the grapple shot and whatever weapons, then I'd respawn with those weapons. But then after they added Behemoth to training mode, for some reason it wouldn't spawn me in with the equipment, even though every time I would spawn in, my little AI would say grapple shot acquired or something like that, which didn't make any sense because I didn't have it. And then also with the rocket launcher, obviously your AI tells you when you're close to running out of ammo, like completely out of ammo. And this would even happen when I had infinite ammo on, so every time I'd reload, my AI would let me know that I'm low on ammo, and that my ammo stock is depleting or whatever, which kind of got annoying because I'm on infinite ammo. I really just enjoyed being able to experiment with Infinite Sandbox, testing out the shock rifle and the sort of circuitry stuff you can do with it. So again, swinging around with the grapple shot, and then trying to pull off some no-scopes with the skewer, or trying to actually get some cool shots with the sniper or whatever. It was enjoyable being able to experience that way. And although there's a lot more I wish that I could have done and that I could have tried to do, I was a bit limited on time around work and stuff, I really enjoyed the time that I had on the game. Now, because I had work, I didn't necessarily want to jump into PvP all the time, and then when I did my stream on PvP, I kind of got absolutely destroyed. So it was just nice for me to have a bit more of a casual way to enjoy Infinite over the course of the flight, and that's something I really appreciate. I hope we do get training mode for Big Team Battle in the next flight. That would be really cool if that's something that's there. Obviously, I'm going to try and play the PvP a bit more, even though I'm pretty much running on the same amount of time, but I am going to try and really improve myself at the game, because, you know, I got battered because I wasn't good enough at it. But I'm hoping that this stuff I've learned from training mode, because when I did go back onto PvP after spending considerable time in it, I did actually play a bit better, and I did actually manage to win a game, which was nice. So I look forward to seeing what training mode holds in the future. It's going to be a really fun way for me personally to try out all the stuff in a multiplayer setting and try out maps and stuff. And another thing that's great is you can actually just turn the AI off and just wander around the maps, which obviously all you'll have to do in the full game is just go on custom games or whatever with no players. But it was a nice way to be able to just explore these new maps that 343 have made and just take in the sort of the scenery and everything. It was just really nice. It was a really nice way to look at these maps. I'm really glad it's something that 343 took the time to add and took the time to work on, because it is one of my favourite features already for the game, because it's just such a relaxing way to play. And again, since the bots are quite advanced, like the bots are pretty good in Infinite. Yeah, they have the little hiccups now and again, but overall they're fun to play against. They're not boring, they're not broken or anything like that, like completely utterly broken to where it's either not fun to play against because they're terrible or not fun to play against because they're too tough. They've got the right blend, and if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can up the difficulty. And I know I'm talking a bit more about the bots here rather than the training mode, but obviously that's part of the training mode, and that's something that makes it really enjoyable. I'm really looking forward to see where 343 takes this mode in the future. Obviously, I guess you could consider weapon drills. I mean, it's all under the academy, so I guess weapon drills is also a form of training, but I didn't actually play with weapon drills too much this time around. I just didn't really have the time, and I wanted to play training mode. But anyway, folks, that's all from me today. It was just a bit of a short video, just talking about why I enjoyed the training mode and how I'm looking forward to seeing how it evolves and grows over time when the full game releases. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think of the training mode. Did you like it? Did you spend much time on it? But until then, I'll catch you in the next one.